Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is July 5th, 2021, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, U.S. markets will be closed today in observance to a belated Independence Day. However, looking at the major economic events that day, we do have one event coming out of OPEC, which should affect the price of oil. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. And starting out and looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the euro is still remaining weak versus the US dollar, as some of the other major pairs have bounced against last week's lows. And looking at the indices, the Dow Jones rallies back while the Nasdaq continues to rally to new record highs. Looking at commodities, oil remains strong while gold finally bounces. Looking at the stocks, individual stocks, Microsoft explodes to the upside. Unbelievable move. And lastly, Bitcoin is still ranging. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So this could either be a delayed reaction or it's really showing that it's dead. The Euro USD, looking at a daily, you can see we're on that low of 1865-ish level. But if we look at a shorter time frame, at a 4-hour time frame, it's really hugging that bottom of that range. Look at the difference between the Aussie dollar and the USD, okay, which did perk up last week. And look at the GBP, also perking up a little bit last week, crossing the 30-day moving average on a 4-hour, and just still way off on a daily. So euro is really showing us some tremendous weakness here. Okay, if the markets do turn and we see a little bit of a sell-off there, the euro should be the first one to go. Now jumping into commodities, oil remaining strong here and still a bona fide upwards trend line. When we look to the price of oil, nice and up on a daily, nice and up on a 4-hour chart. Okay, it looks like it's consolidating here over the last, let's say, a week and a half, around that $75.50. But I'd like to see that actually break out. Okay, and I think we will see that as the week continues. Now looking at gold. Gold bouncing off of its low from 1760 to 1792. So a little bit of a bounce there. But I'd like to see some follow through again, okay, to the upside if that's going to actually frustrate itself. Now looking at the Dow Jones, nice little rally last week. We rallied from 34,000 up to 34,600. Tapering off at 34,600-ish level right now. Okay, the future markets are still open. So with that said, okay, you can see that it's just a sideways trading. I don't expect so much volatility later today. Now looking at the Nasdaq also, just tapering off from its all-time record highs of 14,700. It consolidates and then, takes off, consolidates and takes off. And this has just been one big, massive rally. And because the central governments are keeping the dollar so cheap, these major companies are able to make the exchanges and really take advantage of this situation. Now, looking at the ones that took us to new record highs, Microsoft, look at this, 276, unbelievable. Gap up and go, amazing strength there. Now looking at Amazon, still on its highs, but not breaking above 3,500. Facebook also on its highs, but not breaking to new record highs. And lastly, looking at Apple, finally breaking that route on that 134-ish level. Okay, so I'd like to see a continuation to the upside for us to justify these new record highs. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading nicely in a range, 35,000-ish level is your upper range, and we are receding from that right now. So keep this in mind. Just remember that 32,900-ish level is support. So, and we still have a little bit way to go there, but very choppy trading at this stage when we're looking at Bitcoin. So again, the market should be quiet today because of the belated Independence Day coming out of the United States, but should cook up as the week moves on. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day.